Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Mental Health Heroes Plays Dungeons and Dragons. A couple things right off the bat. You'll notice that there's a new person that you've never even seen before down on the screen. That is our fantastic and creative Goblin Cleric Itchy Brownbottom, played by Shadwick Jones. It's wonderful to have him back. Also, you know, there'll probably be a little bit of an echo coming through on the recording, so we'll just bear with that, and maybe David can work through it on post a little bit, see if he can lower it down some. But hey, that's what happens when you do stuff like this on a budget, man.
There's a budget.
So yeah, the budget is whatever we can put into it. A couple things to start out with, like we like to do before every episode. Everyone kind of looks around for something they can recommend for people to watch, read, look at, smell, taste, whatever, so they can recommend to you guys in case y'all have never seen, done, or whatever it is. I was going to go somewhere with that, but I forgot. But let's go ahead and go through that a little bit, and we'll start with Dave. And what do you recommend this week for the viewers out there, bud?
I was watching Van Helsing, and it's really good. I'm on third season. Started also watching, what was the name of that?
Utopia.
Utopia. It's odd and weird, but I think it's going to be pretty good. That's about it. Yep.
Jonathan, what you got, bud?
Okay, so I'm back to books again because, I don't have Netflix or Hulu or all the other stuff. And this time, it's the Robert Asprin Myth series.
Yeah.
Specifically, the first 10, Another Fine Myth through Sweet Mystery of Life. The ones after that, not so much, but it's one of my favorite science fiction fantasy stories. Dungeons and Dragons meets Abbott and Costello. Highly recommend it.
All right, Johnny, what do you got, buddy?
Okay. Well, now he's talking about good D&D comedy type books. Discworld is an excellent series. There's a lot of really funny stuff. Little dry, subtle humor. That's kind of my kind of thing. I really enjoy that. And as far as television series, The Umbrella Academy. If you're into comic books, it's a really good comic story. I've seen both seasons, enjoyed them all the way through. And there's another one called The Order, and that is a group of witches versus a group of werewolves, and it is probably the most unique werewolf setup I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like it, but I love the story. I watched both seasons on it, and it was really good.
And funny.
Huh?
And it's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Chadwick, you got anything, bud?
No, I've been in the box for the past 3 weeks. Internet's been out.
All right. Well, I can recommend a few things. There's a guy named Pierce Brown who writes a series of books now. It's science fiction. It's kind of like you mix Star Wars with Game of Thrones. There's a lot of brutal combat and stuff. The first book is called Red Rising, and it tells the story of a young man who yearns to be above his station, and the things he does and what happens to him as he goes through all that. It's really good. I highly recommend it. There was something else that I forgot that one of you guys had mentioned. Oh, Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett is the master of dry humor. No matter what genre he writes in, whether it's science fiction, if it's modern day fiction, if it's fantasy, he's fantastic. And the first 2 books of the Discworld that Johnny was talking about, one is called The Color of Magic, the other one is called Trip to Light Fantastic or The Light Fantastic. So good. Those books are so good. You fall in love with Rincewind and Two Flowers and all those guys. It's just a great series. I highly recommend that as well.
Good Omens.
Yeah, Good Omens is good. But it saves some stuff for later on. We're going to recommend everything and forget what we need to recommend later on. Also, a couple things I'd like to mention. If you haven't seen it already, and judging by the views, you haven't, the interview with Jonathan Grizel concerning Dungeons and Dragons and mental health and what it means is a great interview. It's very informative, very helpful. I thoroughly recommend it. Not just because I was the interviewer, but because it's just a lot of good information. He's very knowledgeable. and very well spoken. I highly recommend it. And then we just recently released an interview with Johnny Phillips about world building in Dungeons and Dragons and NPC creating and different systems that we like to play in. It's equally great. Both of those gentlemen did a wonderful job in the interview. They're both eloquent and well spoken. I highly recommend it. But without further delay, we're going to move on to today's story with our intrepid group of adventurers. We are missing one human barbarian. So we'll handle that in story. You'll see how I handle that. As a dungeon master, you'll have to learn how to do stuff like that.
All right, let me get in
So,
character.
so a little recap. These faithful adventurers originally met up just to save a village, turned into a run for their life, running all the way to a town called Nine Towers, which is the cradle of magic for this world, where people are trained and it's a magocracy and things of that nature. There they met their gunslinger friend, Slade. And through the turn of events, they were asked to go underneath the city and find a young man who ended up being cursed. And so doing, the first thing they did was awaken a lot of skeletons. And at that point, the party was separated. Itchy the cleric went one way, Drek and the barbarian went another way, and then the rest of the people went straight into a building and disappeared. And so what we're going to do, we're going to pick up with Itchy to let him know what happened to him, because he has no idea since he hasn't been here in a few weeks. Itchy, as the skeletons began to swarm around you and you cast your turn undead spell, you're able to get a few of the skeletons to run off, if you recall. When that occurred, the flood of skeletons separated the party, and you were separated carrying that metal box, if you recall, that you had looted from the store. And you ran to get away from the skeletons, where you were then promptly captured by a group of reddish brown skinned creatures with large singular eyes, and dragged away. And you find yourself now, after what feels like several hours or days, in a weird drug induced haze, where you've little vague memories of being on a table, someone you think you recognize that you've seen before using tools on your body, and you blacking out and being in a lot of pain, to where you find yourself now in a small bedroom, stripped all the way down to your loincloth. You have a little bed that's just your size. You have a single lockbox chest against the wall. The walls are made of a very fine gray stone. You have a single door, and you have a mirror. And that's what you have in your room. So what would you like to do?
There's a lockbox.
Looks like a footlocker.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is check it.
All right, it's not locked.
Okay. I'll look in it.
There appears to be some woolen and linen type clothes, like kind of like if you've ever seen any kind of commune or hippie commune, those baggy type clothes, almost like scrubs. They look almost like scrubs.
Well, they can't be choosers. I'll clothe myself.
All right, you're able to find a perfect set of clothes that fit you, and the little like sandals that you're able to strap on your feet. Um, and like I said, you have a small a door that's about your height in the room, and then a mirror. There's no windows or anything like that.
All right. I'll check the door. Is the door locked?
It is not locked.
All right, I'll open the door and look out.
All right. When you open the door, do you stick your head out, or you just look out like through on still on your side?
I'm still on my side. I'm gonna be cautious.
All right. Give me a perception check as you open the door.
Wow. That was 6. Woohoo.
6. It looks like on the other side of the door, you can see what appears to be. It looks like a laboratory. You see in the center
Yeah.
of this room, there's like a metal table that's it's either iron or an alloy like a steel. There appears to be a drain in the floor near the table. On the walls around it, there are several different types of surgical instruments. Nothing too brutal. There's no like gigantic saws or anything like that. Everything looks like it's for fine surgery, like small surgeries to you know uh, to do whatever it is whoever's in this place does. So there's some like alchemical stations with beakers with little it looks like Bunsen burners with a continual flame, like constantly heating a Bunsen like a little what are those things called?
Beakers.
Beaker. Yeah. But that's all you can see from the doorway.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm starting to have some flashbacks to my younger slave days.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
Look in the
There's nobody
mirror.
around.
Say that again.
There's nobody around.
Not that you can see.
All right. Is there a door, another door to this place?
Like in the lab, is there a door in the lab?
Yeah.
Not from the angle that you see. And without stepping outside the door, you can't really see anything else.
Uh, I'm going to stealth around.
All right, so
Look for anything useful.
you're gonna try to go out the door.
Yeah, I'm going to check the door and stealth out.
All right, as you go step through the door, you hit something, and you notice that the whole door kind of shimmies and vibrates like you've seen it a few times. Like there's like a meat jello that will
Right.
shake stuff when you serve it, and I need a strength check from you, and actually a strength saving throw.
That's a straight up 8.
And as you go to walk out, your hand is actually what hits it first. And you notice your hand starts to sink into this gelatinous material, and you feel a burning sensation, and you take 4 points of acid damage.
All right. Ow, it burns.
And you notice it's kind of just undulating in front of you. But it looks like it looks like it fills the entire doorway.
I'm going to back up.
All right. So you have to give me another strength check to be able to pull yourself away from the cube. Oh, sorry. Did I give it away?
Oh, yeah. I'd have never guessed that one. Wow. Boy, I'm a rolling good. That's a 4.
Yeah, you're stuck up against it, and you're actually getting drawn further in. And let me see if you take some more damage.
Welcome
A,
back,
B,
Itchy.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What? Oh, it's underneath the oozes, isn't it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Sorry, everyone. I should have had the page already open to it.
That's right. You should be sorry.
You shut your mouth. There it is. It was underneath oozes. All right. All right, so you rolled a 8 on that strength saving throw.
Last one was a 4.
4. Okay. Dave, you already have your dice roller pulled up.
Yep.
Do 3d6 for me.
Al? It would be a 15.
Holy crap! You take 15 points of acid damage, Shad.
Woohoo! All right.
But it's starting to draw you. It's starting to draw you into it.
All right.
Now, Shad, let's roll for initiative.
All right, 13.
Yeah, you beat its -2. What do you want to do, Itchy?
All right. The hand that's stuck is going to be my leading hand, but I am going to cast Guiding Bolt.
All right, roll to strike, but it's within your melee range, so it's a disadvantage.
I thought my hand was stuck in it.
You're gonna cast it from there.
Yeah.
All right, roll your damage then. I'll see how you couldn't hit it.
That's 13 radiant damage,
All right.
and it's got disadvantage.
They should have you have advantage on the next strike, is what it is. All right. It's its turn. Unless you want to try to use your I'll give you one more chance to try to break out of it if you'd like.
Oh, that was a critical fail.
All right. You take 10 points of acid damage. On its turn, it's going to move through the door and try to engulf you within this gelatinous cube. I need a dexterity saving throw.
That's the 7. Boy, I'm rolling great.
All right, so you are. All right, hey, Nexodon.
Yes.
All right, Chad. You are now engulfed in this horrible, terrible creature. One thing you do notice that it appears to be of a smaller size than
Right.
what you know gelatinous cubes to be.
Okay.
So it's now your turn, and you can try to make a strength check if you'd like to get out of the. Because you can't talk, you can't do anything while you're in there, so you can't cast any spells.
Can it be at advantage because of the guiding bolt, or is it since it's a check, it doesn't work that
Yeah,
way?
guiding bolt only applies to
Attack.
attacks. All right, so Dave, give me another 3d6, please.
12.
You take 12 more points of acid damage. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn? You tried to escape, you couldn't escape. You are considered restrained, so.
I don't know what I could do here.
All right. So on its turn, it moves back out into the laboratory area, and you are able to look around since the cube is clear, and you do see 2 doors. that were on the same wall as your door. They
Okay.
look the same as your door did. Um, but unfortunately, I'm not, since it is smaller. I'm not doing the whole 66 damage. I'm only going to
Right.
do 3d6, and you take 11 points of acid damage, and that's all it can do. So if you'd like to break out, you can. It's a really low DC. It's a strength check.
That's the one. I've used different dice every time.
All right. So here you are, trapped in this cube. Nobody else in this room, and we're going to cut away from you, and we're going to go to the other guys. All right, fellas, you guys are in the aftermath of a pretty big battle. You notice that both Slade and Greg are looking hurt. Greg's unconscious. The twins are bruised and beat up, and they look hurt. The only one who doesn't look hurt is Denon, and he approaches you, Ward, and says, "Well, I noticed that you have some healing and things to do with your companions. I've got nothing really to offer you in aid of that, but what I will do is I will take the children, my wards, back into the academy, along with the barbarian to help me. We'll go towards the infirmary and see if we can get these children fixed up. I advise you to raid Warnos's tower. He has many items here. He has a lot of treasure, and it's all yours. Because when you're done, we're going to raise it. We're going to raise this tower to the ground. I also noticed that a couple of your companions have items that belong to the school. They may keep those items, so let them be aware. But do you have any questions for me before I go?
Thank you. Can I be there when you after you make sure that Jen and his friend are safe? Can I go back and check on them? I'd like to be able to bring him back to his mother, who requested to get to see him.
Well, he'll be in the infirmary. I believe that you have an individual that you are currently very concerned over already there. They'll be in that same location.
Thank you.
Certainly. Tell your unconscious friend that those 2 onyx boxes that he has holds 1 ring of protection +1. He doesn't say +1. He says, ring of protection.
Yep.
And the other one holds another ring of protection, but this time it protects us specifically against fire. So let him know when he awakes. The gunslinger, he has a long wooden box I see on his backpack. That is the rod of security. It's a very useful and very favored rod amongst the students here, and I hate to part with it. They like to take vacations using the rod of security. But due to your assistance with us and helping with this matter, and though we treated you harshly, Slade, Mr. Carter, we do appreciate your help in the matter that we had with these children. And we're looking forward to using your expertise in other ways to keep repaying that debt. So, enjoy the rod and that black armor. That's a pretty simple enchantment on that armor, but it should be useful to you. But
Were you aware that Wernus had some other former students that were turned into Nothics that was coming up here and stealing items and bringing them down there to the village we were at?
I am aware of it now due to your investigations along with these two unusual elves. So, hold on one moment. Hey, John, close your door, bud. So,
Thank you very much. I need to go ask for assistance for my bugbear friend and see if I can get him back up.
very well. I wish you the best of luck, but do be wary. This tower belongs to someone who appeared to be what he wasn't. So, there's going to be a lot of things that will probably be very dangerous here. And he goes over and he grabs Wernos by the back of the neck and he forces him to hunch over and he walks him out the door with Drekken, who goes, "Well, guys, I guess I'll see you later." And he picks up Jen and piggybacks him like he did before. And Navara or Nazara follow Denon out. And you notice that there's a small corridor in the middle of this long hallway that you're fighting in that leads directly outside. And they walk outside. The twins, Arcelus, he's trying to straighten his armor and stuff like that, but he's beat up and bruised. And you notice as Aranel comes closer to you, Ward, her face is cut and bruised on one side where that golem smashed her face. She places a hand on your shoulder, and she says, "There's not a whole lot that I can do with spells. I used a lot of spells, but I do have this one healing potion." And she hands you a healing potion. So if that will help your friend, please use it.
I think, and I go over.
There was a goblin in your party, was there not?
He was. He went missing when the zombies and minotaurs showed up.
I think you'll find him in this tower. While Arcelus and I were spying on Wernos, we heard him talking about a meddlesome adventurer who should be a slave, called it a goblin, and said that he was a prisoner. So I think that's your friend. He's somewhere.
Okay.
He's somewhere in this tower.
Thank you. We'll definitely go looking for him.
And we would help you if we weren't so close to death.
I appreciate all that you have done. You did more than what we could have asked. I really, really appreciate it. And at sometime later, I'd like to talk to you about this gray dragon sending stone that.
Well, keep it with you. It was given to you for a reason. We'll be back at Mage's Rest. So whenever you get done with your crazy adventure in this insidious tower, that's where you'll find us.
Thank you. And then I go give it to Greg because I'm worried about him at this point.
Okay. All right, roll the 2d4 plus 2.
7 points back.
Hey, you guys.
That might not have been our best option to stand in front of that thing and all three of us get killed.
Well, yeah, you know.
Glad to have you back. Now teach me to be frontline defense.
Where's everybody else at?
The barbarian took off with Jen because he needed to be the jackass. I mean the pack out horse. And but I just learned that Ichi may have been kidnapped and is somewhere in this tower, and we probably need to look for him while we're searching for some possible journals that I would like to look for.
No, I think we should go back to the Mage's Rest and.
You absolutely can leave Itchy to his death if you'd like.
Where do you want to go, Ward? Which room?
I can't leave him behind. If we can find him, we need to start looking for him. I wouldn't mind resting first.
Well, he may be in serious trouble.
He might be, but I mean, he's probably smart enough to stay in his room and not go out and get stuck in anything until we get there.
Really?
Well, that's what goblins do, you know.
You're right. We may need to go look for him
Hey, Itchy, do you have your backup character ready?
then.
I've
and
got a couple.
yeah,
Okay, just in case.
and I'd really like to see that chamber that Nazara was talking about that pushed Jin into to make
Yes.
turn him into a Nazi. We probably need to go there and destroy it or something.
We probably need to destroy the whole tower.
Well, I think they're going to do that anyway, so we can go and look for stuff that can help us in our quest. Try to find Ichi, and then see if we can determine if a reason why Warnus was turning Nothics into spy masters and thieves and turning students into Nothics.
A ready-made army to steal all the magic items.
Maybe. What do you think, Slade? How are you doing? Do we need to go look for some equipment for you? You look haggard.
Whatever we want to do.
You look depleted, sir.
We're all depleted.
It's true.
I'd have to look up to see depleted.
But I feel strangely stronger now.
Do you? As almost as if while you're resting, you
Gained a level.
gain something. Well,
All right.
we probably should have asked them where the. Probably should have asked Jen where the circle was.
I'm sure that we can just start opening doors and find it.
Probably. That usually doesn't fail us. Murder hobo it is.
I will say this: the construction of this tower just dramatically changed. All right, what do y'all want to do?
So we got a door here.
You got a door that y'all came up. There's a door that they went out to go to the courtyard. At the other end of this hallway, there's another door. It's just a simple wooden door.
That's the only other doors we see. Can I look for doors that may be hidden before I go to the door we see?
Absolutely. Give me a perception check.
23.
That appears, even lifting up some of these tapestries and stuff that are on the wall, that door appears to be the only door out.
It's good to know. It's a shame that's my only good roll for the day.
I'm going to check for traps on this door.
Go ahead. So investigation check, please.
Well, that's a 19 without anything, so plus 3 is 22.
Does not appear to be trapped.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
All right, y'all, here we go.
You swing the door open. Magically, it looks like a laboratory.
That's not where we want to go. Close the door back.
Okay.
Itchy, as you're sitting there floating around in this gelatinous cube, you see one of the doors fling open, and you see a bugbear standing at the door, and he looks like he's got a scar with a bunch of fur missing right in the center of his forehead,
Namaste.
and he looks beat up and cut up, and like he's been really sick, like he's been throwing up a lot, like he got hit with a big poison spray. But you also recognize him. It's your longtime friend, Greg.
Now, do I see Itchy?
You'll do.
As you walk in, you look over, and it looks like you see a goblin just floating in the air with flecks of his skin just disappearing.
Hey, that's a neat trick.
You hear Itchy.
Welcome there to him.
Okay.
Hey, Ward, come look at what Itchy's doing.
You walk over there to him.
Uh-huh.
You see out of this, right beside him, you see this pseudopod shoot out and hit you square in the face, or try to hit you square in the face with a 23.
Misses. I uncanny dodge.
You take Okay, everyone, everyone. You see him walk through the door, and
Right.
you hear him go, "Hey, Ward, look at!" And you hear and the next thing you know, you see. I'm pretty certain the bugbear go down with 10 points of damage.
I'm dead again. Yes.
You see him. I don't know. You hear, "Hey, Ward, look at this," and then you hear a smack and a clump.
I guess I better go running that way.
You go running that way. What about you, Slade? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm going in.
All right, everybody, roll initiative.
I don't get any healing spells when I go up a level, do I?
What you keep your initiative? You're at 13, right, Itchy?
Yeah.
All right, 20 to 25.
24.
24.
Oh, nice. Who wants to go first? I don't care. If y'all can either use your dexterity or you can just pick.
I'll go first. I got
Okay.
+5, and then I'll let him attack.
All right. What about you there, Bugbear?
18.
Good, you don't get a death saving throw yet.
Okay, as you walk in, you use your entire movement to get to the door, Ward.
Yep.
As you look in, you see the pseudopod that's stuck on the bugbear's face, and it looks like it's pulling meat and fur off of his face, and he's laying on the ground.
Rose.
You see a goblin stuck in this cube that's kind of just wiggling around. It looks like Itchy. What would you like to do? You're about 15 feet away.
15 feet away, and I used up 30 movement to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to look in the laboratory and see if I can see something to possibly heal Greg with.
Okay, you can use the rest of your movement to get over to where that apothecary stand was, the alchemy, where he was mixing
Okay.
and stuff. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
All right, you can use your bonus action to investigate if you'd like.
All right. I only rolled a 10.
You're so frantic, it's hard for you to find anything. It's kind of with chaos going on. There's no screaming at all because he's unconscious and his face is full of gelatinous cube. All right, Slade, you can 30 feet got you to the door. What would you like to do? You see Ward run off the other side and start looking through the cabinets.
Well, I guess I'm going to shoot at the cube with my last bullet.
Okay, roll to strike.
All right, that'll be like a 24 to hit.
I think that beats an armor class of 6.
I thought it was 8. Okay.
Yeah, I should have went sharpshooter, but I forgot. Oh well. 13 damage.
Okay.
Pull out the scatter gun. That's what I got left.
All right. You've got one more attack action, I think.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it at this range because I'll get everybody.
Okay. What else would you like to do?
I'm done for now.
All right. Itchy. No, Greg. I need a death saving throw.
Can you see that?
No.
Other way, up, down. There you go.
Is that a 1?
That's a 1.
That's 2 failures.
Yes!
You got your backup character ready, Greg?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's going to be a whole new group of people.
Itchy. You try to get out again?
Okay.
Just a strength check.
I've not got any air. I can't take no potions, can I?
No.
You're restrained.
Plus, you're restrained also. You can't move your arm up.
That's a 15.
You're able to actually pull yourself free from the gelatinous cube, and you land on the ground prone.
All right. That means
That's
I
your
got 15-foot movement.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was your action to pull yourself free. And you can stand up. That's 15, and then another 15 to go if you want to go somewhere.
Well, yeah, I'm going to get as far away from it as I can.
So it's going to attack of opportunity from you as you're running. because you're coming out of its 5-foot range. So you're
Right.
prepared for that. You prepared for that?
Not really, but do it anyway. 'Cause that's what I do.
Your armor class is 10 plus your dexterity without armor on. So what is your armor class right now?
13.
All right. He rolls a 7, so he misses you.
Okay.
All right. You see both of y'all see Itchy covered in this acidic slime scramble out of the cube and make his way towards Slade. Is that where you're going, Itchy? Towards Slade?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going.
Okay, that 15 feet will cover that area. Slade, you see Itchy come over to you, and he looks like he's still burning. So
That means I'm dead.
Did he use his bonus action to do that?
no, he's done. He's got a bonus action if you'd like to do something with your bonus action.
I'd holler for him to heal Greg.
Let's see. How's everybody else?
Better
We're
than
all
him.
everybody.
Better than him.
Nah,
Is everybody hurt?
yes.
Yeah, everybody's hurt.
No. Okay. I will cast a mass healing word,
Good man.
and that is 9 points of damage. Best I can do.
Yeah, damage the other way. Okay.
Everybody get back your 9 hit points.
Sweet. Thank you. I feel better.
Thank you, Itchy.
All right, it's now the gelatinous cube's turn. He's got a delicious target right on the ground, right next to him, and so he is going to whelm you. He's going to suck you into his delicious treat of a body, there, Greg.
Nice.
So I need a dexterity saving throw. You're going to be at disadvantage.
All right, be 17 or 13. 13 plus 5 is 18.
You're able to, you swap the pseudopod thing off of your face, and you're like, ow! And then you roll out of the way as it tries to on top of it. That's all you can do. Ford, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to cast Ice Knife on it.
Okay.
And it's a ranged attack. 1d10 piercing.
Don't do it!
I'm going to.
Okay.
All right. You cast Ice Knife.
Yep.
And you rolled a strike. What was it?
It was a 19.
All right. Does it need to make a saving throw or anything like that?
Nope.
What about the people within 5 feet distance of it?
It's each creature within 5 feet of it has to do a dex saving throw.
Do your dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, Devo.
Crap. I didn't think he was next to it. He's not next to it. He's in it.
Yeah, no, he's next to it.
No, I'm
You
next to
roll
it.
out.
I got
You
out.
roll out. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you got. I thought you were still in it, or I wouldn't have done that. I was going to do that to get him out.
I told you not to.
Roll your damage. Roll your damage, Ward.
I thought you were doing it.
Roll your damage, Ward.
2 points damage.
That's it.
Yep.
All right. Well, dang. I was hoping you were helping me out, Ward.
Nope. Rolled the 2.
All right. Slade.
All right. Close within 5 feet.
If you go over next to Greg, you won't catch him in the shotgun blast. Or scattergun, sorry. Roll a strike. Nice.
Going to do a scatter or a sharpshooter. Okay, I'm going to spend the luck point. My last luck point, by the way.
You're within 5 feet of it?
Yep.
That mean you roll at disadvantage?
No, not with the scatter gun.
Sweet. Okay. I didn't think so. I was just double checking.
Okay, so 9 on the dice plus 9, 18 minus 5 is
13.
14. Hit.
More than enough to hit it.
Okay, so That is 27 points damage.
Very nice. Very nice. Is that everything? That was 15 feet of movement and one action. You got another attack action, don't you?
Right. Let's do it again. Same thing.
Nice. Hopefully you kill it with this one.
Okay, that'll be a 13 to hit this time.
That hits.
21 points damage.
Okay, it's not dead. It's
Yeah,
close.
before Ward gets another chance to kill me.
Yeah, but I'm there now.
All right.
I just
All right,
want to
Greg,
bring you back. That's all.
You're on your back.
I
Slade is kind of
stand up.
All right, 15 feet of movement. What would you like to do?
I'm not moving anywhere. I'm stabbing it. Ah! Because it is gelatinous that counts, right?
Hey, all right. So I think we're on Itchy's turn, correct?
No, we're on
so-
Grix.
Correct.
You
What
get
would you
the
like to
attack.
do?
I asked you if I stab him because it's gelatinous. Wouldn't that fill my dagger?
No, because it's not. There's not blood.
Fine. I'm going to hit him with my mace.
Okay.
Uh,
The only way you can miss is if you roll a natural 1.
okay, because I rolled an 8.
Yeah, you hit it.
Be 18. No, wait. That's a wait. It had 3d6 up there from when I was rolling damage for you. That's a 9.
It still kills it.
Yay!
Take that!
It crumples to the ground and kind of melts like a delicious treat, but then kind of goes into the drain that was underneath the table. Which you guys now notice for the first time, there's a drain underneath this table, and you start to really look at this room, and it looks like there's tiles, like these porcelain tiles, that have been meticulously placed and grouted and all that stuff, and it's very cold in this room. Not so cold that you take damage, but like you have a feeling it was to preserve specimens while whatever was being worked on in here.
It was a morgue.
No, it's like a surgery, like a surgery theater. All right, you see Greg. Tell me what's going on. What are y'all doing? Greg curls up on the table. He goes and sits up on top of the table and goes to sleep.
I go ask Itchy how he's been and what's been going on. We missed him.
I'm just going to look at him out of the corner of my eye like, really?
I looked all over for you.
How am I? Really?
Hey, it's not like I hit you with the ice knife. Get up. That was
All
great.
I know is the last thing I remember is fighting Minotaur skeletons.
That's the last time we saw you. You looked around and poof. Oh, by the way, we set a vampire queen free. Just thought you should know that.
She is not a vampire.
She's totally one. Telling you. You say she's not, but I got suspicions. What was she doing in a coffin where blood was going down into it and sacrifices were made to her if she wasn't?
Other beings like blood.
Okay, so it's not a vampire, it's something worse. We let her go. Can I do an investigation check now that I'm not panicking to see if I can see any?
Yes,
Who
you
knows
may.
what at this point? I'm not a natural 20 this time.
What? And you tell me what you're looking for specifically.
I would have been looking specifically for potions and journals.
You don't see any journal. Well, you see one journal in this room. It looks more like a. When you thumb through it, it looks kind of like a. The surgeries that he performed and the results and things like that.
Yeah.
And you find a couple of interesting looking brews. None of them look like healing potions. They look different.
Okay.
One of them looks like a vial of acid, straight up.
Okay.
Don't use that on me, please.
Hey, I need to force feed you something. Here you go.
Test this out for me, buddy.
What color are the other ones?
One's pitch black, and the other one is like a golden yellow.
Can we shower it on me?
Hey, you're not the president.
Anyway, what would y'all like to do?
Hey, Ichi, is your stuff around here? Do we need to go look for it?
I don't know. I was thinking about looking for it here, but I doubt it's here. I would like to look around the lab.
So 1 second. This would be a good place for you guys to kind of set up for a long rest, because there's every door. There's a way that you can stop anybody from coming in, and I believe we're going to go ahead and take a pause right here, and then we'll be starting back up here in a minute, and see you then.